Sentry! Raz owes you for that
Just
game of
slip in
cards
quietly
and
with
has
my
come to
massive
pay.
bug mount here.
Well, I don't recall any... You say I won some gold?
Hey, we need to investigate the monastery. Start by investigating all these jewellery boxes. Okay, so what do we actually need to find in here? List of sequestered guests. That probably does it. Wood elves, 4 males, 3 females, all claim to be Dominion citizens. One says she's lived in Summerset for more than a year. Like we believe her. Khajiit, 7 males, 9 females. That's a lot of cats. All claim to be Dominion citizens. Send half to the preparation cells, the other half to holding cells. I mean, if they're Khajiits, they literally are Dominion citizens. That's how it works, right? Argonians, 4, gender inconclusive. Ah. Who can tell with muck swimmers? You need to look up the skirts. That's how you find out. Move to preparation cells for immediate siphoning. Siphoning. That sounds legit. Bretons, 1 male, 2 females, claim to be traders from Wayrest. Or did they say Daggerfall? Does it even matter? They're only humans, who cares about them? Why am I writing this down? They're not even elves, let's just kill them all. Red Guards, 2 males, 4 females, all arrived on a ship from Hammerfell. One says she was sent for by Ranuel the Trader. Send half to holding and the other half to die horribly. Nords, 1 male, claims to be part of something called the Nord Cultural Exchange. Send to holding. Okay. What else have we got down here? More jewellery boxes. Settle down, Bob. In Lady's letter. My dear Aldach Tilkalar, I'm so glad you suggested transferring to our beloved monastery. I was happy to use my influence to make that happen, especially after that insightful discussion we had concerning Queen Iron's radical and frankly dangerous decree. I look forward to working with you to make sure Shimmerine, and indeed all of Summerset, remain safe and secure. Your plan to sequester newcomers in order to test their suitability for residence in Shimmerine is a stroke of genius. Determining who has the ability and temperament to become productive members of our society and who does not will allow us to spot troublemakers and lackadaisical transients before any damage is done. It isn't a perfect solution, but it will suffice until we can urge the unforeseen Queen to rescind this order and send all the Nabara, the unwelcome, that's in case you don't know us High Elves language, back to where they came from. Send me a list of candidates you deem acceptable for life in Summerset. I'm sure Proxy Queen Alwynarwe will appreciate having documentation concerning who we permitted to stay and who we sent away. I keep saying that Summerset is sacrosanct. Let Auradon deal with the other races. After all, our beloved Queen spends all her time there anyway, carousing with cats and wood elves. Cats and wood elves. Ugh. Disgusting. Nice statue over here. Who's this guy?
I hate trespassers.
Alright. Calm down. Oh, that guy. Don't tell him you hate him. Yeah, Bob knows. Monastic Neurolos.
No, not now, please. Your spiritual well-being can wait until after my nap.
Where are the people you've locked up?
You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldach brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep.
Me too.
That was a hint, by the way.
You must know where they are.
Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why does a newly arrived high elf care about the complexities of Summerset bureaucracy?
Not newly arrived, I was born here.
If I had to guess, I'd say they were taking into the Undercroft for registration and processing. Now go away.
Okay.
You'll have to ask. Aldach Tilkala arrived right after the Queen issued her decree. He came highly recommended by Kinlady Avanis, or so I heard. It's not unusual for monks to form attachments and move together, but there's something strange about that bunch. The Aldorc and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft for their own purposes and ordered the rest of us to avoid the ancient vaults beneath the monastery. Now, please, let me get back to my nap.
Is that an armrest you're lying right across the middle of? Oh, it's a gap in the... Okay. You gotta push them together. Anything else I should know?
The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation. The Aldorc has closed us down until further notice. That means if any of the monks spot you, they'll raise the alarm. Me? I never saw you. Now, if you don't mind, my nap awaits.
Okay. I mean, they don't really seem to mind seeing us. They're not raising any alarms. Hello? I'm here. No? This looks interesting. Abyssal Pearl.
Unusual knick-knack for an Aldorc's office, wouldn't you agree?
I would. Talk to Valseren.
I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind.
What was that then?
The sequestered newcomers.
Oh yeah, those guys.
I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well?
Oh yeah, totally.
A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either.
I saw a pearl like that. There were strange creatures nearby.
Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing.
It is a bit.
But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding, we need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers.
Downstairs. How did you get past the sentry?
The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods.
And I just walked in the front
Curious,
door.
but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations.
What else could be going on here?
That's the question, my cautious friend.
I know, that's why
We
I
have a
asked it.
newly appointed Aldorc and a disgruntled kin lady, both opposed to the Queen's decree. What's their connection to the missing newcomers? I was about to explore the Undercroft. Care to join me?
Sure, I'll meet you down there.
A curious pearl. I wonder where the Aldorc acquired it. Probably not
Never know.
important. I'll meet you in the Undercroft, and we can see what's going on with the newcomers.
Into the Undercroft. Oh, you got here quick.
Something's wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic.
Yeah, that's just Bob. Don't worry about him.
Cages? These people did nothing to deserve such treatment. There's
Free the
someone
prisoner.
alive over there. See if you can help her.
Thank the divines! You aren't one of the monks. Please, let me out of here.
No, maybe you deserve to be in there.
It's a nightmare. We came to Summerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the ship when they marched us to the monastery. Instead of questioning us or the usual high elf bureaucracy, they locked us in these cages.
Where's everyone else?
The monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side of the chamber. Please, let me out of here before they take me away like the others.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you out.
Thank you for setting me free.
Why aren't we setting these guys free? Oh, you are setting them free. Okay. Go on, with. Oh, she's set. Right, okay.
A Daedra? Here? And that's a Scoffin,
That's
if I
Bob.
remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious. An excellent question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord killed the Scoffin before he succumbed to his own wounds. Good for him. I found this key on the creature's belt, so we can open that door.
That's where the prisoner said the monks took the rest of the newcomers. It's almost like this plot was designed.
Then I suggest we pick up the pace. We need to determine what's actually happening down here, and who's behind all this. Without answers to those questions, we won't be able to decide on our best course of action.
But what about your missing friend?
I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry.
You don't have a missing friend, do you? It was all a ruse.
More newcomers? Unfortunately, the magic only affects those who have been prepared. But never fear. Your turn will come.
Daedric cultists?
No, are they coming for me? Come on, Bob. Yeah, take that. You just fall off the edge. Come on, Bob.
I'll deal with the pearl. You hold off these creatures. Come on, let's talk outside.
Pretty sure me and Bob do all the hard work there. Mostly Bob. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. You are.
Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree. That was Daedric magic back there. I just wish we had arrived a few moments earlier.
What did you do to the pearl?
I promised to explain what I know. I suppose that now's as good a time as any. I'm a member of the Psijic Order. Our Rite Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Summerset. My inquiries led me here.
I've already met one of you guys, Oriandra.
Oriandra is indeed a member of our ancient monastic society. We once served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel.
Yeah, she said
but that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn us back. But why are you involved in all this?
I'm working with Catman.
An Eye of the Queen? Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Psijic island for safekeeping and study, so we can learn more about it. But we can discuss this further once we get out of here.
Alright, let's go. Escape the Undercroft. Trusty Bob in hand, we can do anything. Someone else helping us out. I mean, I think we're doing most of the work here. It certainly feels that way. Definitely not max level character helping us out. You're welcome. I'll help you out. Other guy needs our help. Come on, Bob. Oh, a bit of a battle going on here, but we're doing work. Yeah, we did it. Aren't we good?
On Artaeum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity. Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later.
Hey, we need to find Catman. Hey, weird bug thing, let's go.